in the early stages and get this into single file. If it's slow and tactical, this could be a very, very dangerous one indeed in terms of clipping each other and maybe somebody going down. Meeting record, well, it's a fabulous 3:29, but back in 2016, but by the shamed Asbel Kiprop, of course, who has been busted for doping. The world lead is 3:28 by another Kenyan, Timothy Cheruiyot. That was in Lausanne back in early July. Well, Tefera very much amongst the favourites. Samuel Tefera, Swain in very good form too, a Commonwealth Games finalist from Australia. Musagala, perhaps one of the favourites, 3:30 this year. Musagala, and the third fastest in the world, indeed, in this field, the fastest this year. Chris O'Hare, well, he is a European Championship bronze medalist from 2014, but he wants a fast race. He needs the World Championship qualifying of 3:36, does Chris O'Hare. Several big British names, such as Charlie Grice, giving this one a miss. Gomez there, Jesus Gomez, European Indoor Championship bronze medalist, is best of only 3:38. He too needs that World Championship qualifying time. He set a personal best in Granada. The Spanish have so many great domestic meetings they can race in, but they're not always very quick. Look out too for Craig Engels here. The American is their champion from 3 weeks back in Des Moines. He's got the World Championship qualifying time. Engels, and straight away they're quite a bit of pushing and shoving as they break away. They should really have started perhaps in two groups in this 1500. The early pace, well, we're expecting a sensible 1:54, 1:55 there from Julian Oakley of New Zealand. Here's the first pacemaker, and then Cornelius Kiplangat will take over after him, hopefully to lead them around the third lap. Tefera slots into third place, Chris O'Hare into fourth. Tefera, the Ethiopian, is just 19 years old, but he's the reigning world indoor champion. He has really good racing brains. Stuart McSwain moving down the outside there, perhaps the tallest in the field, the Australian. He's very strong. He's a 13:05, 5,000 metre runner from London just a few weeks ago, and his personal best was slightly quicker last year, so he will want this to be quick from the start. I'm sure McSwain then slotting in, and that first lap, Chris, 56.05, just about perfect.
Yeah, great pacemaking again. We've seen some great examples of pacemaking despite the conditions today, and all credit to those responsible for setting the tempo. So Tefera just tucked in behind the two pacemakers, the taller figure there of McSwain, enjoying a little bit of banter at the hotel with the Australian athletes. It's good to see them in relaxed form, but Tefera, one of the revelations, one of the great performers of 2019 on the circuit so far.
So, doing a good job as they come down towards the 2 laps to go marker is Julian Oakley of New Zealand. They go through there and run 1:39. Kiplangat in second place, and then Tefera goes through with McSwain behind him, and Musagala is up there as well. And so is Cornelius Tuwai. He's a 3:35 performer this year. They go through 800 metres in 1:53.52, and that's a 57-second lap, so that one just about perfect as well. Good pacemaking so far now as Kiplangat takes over down the back straight.
Well, it's lively, isn't it? Really is, just inside the desired pacemaking. Tefera still stalking the second pacemaker. Kiplangat, McSwain ominously in third position, looking really nice and comfortable there. Sagala as well, taking closer order. Engels handily placed as well.
Well, Engels is a big kicker, man with the mullet there. You can see in the grey vest, back in about 5th place at the moment. Tefera brings them through to the bell this time. Kiplangat eases off there as Tefera is now the leader, ahead of McSwain, Musagala, then Engels in third and fourth. It's been pretty quick. Has this third lap been quick enough to keep it healthy at 1,200 metres? Remember, it was 1:53 at 800. That third lap, well, it's outside 60. It's a slow one, getting ready for the big kick. But 2:53 at 1,200 metres is still a pretty healthy tempo as they begin to queue up now. Everybody reluctant to be the first to kick hard as Tefera leads. 200 metres to run from the Ethiopian. McSwain on his shoulder. Has he got the speed? Musagala in the slipstream of Tefera there on the inside. Gomez having a good run, the Spaniard. Jesus Gomez back in 5th place as Engels now comes around the outside, looking to kick off the final bend there into the straight. But Tefera has still got the lead. He's run perfectly so far. He leaves daylight on the inside for Musagala. That's a mistake. Engels isn't going to get there, is he? No. Musagala found the door open and he wins ahead of McSwain there with Engels in 3rd place. 3:35.13, only a 56.7 final lap. I thought it might be quicker, but nobody really kicked hard from the bell. They didn't get motoring until about 200 metres out. Musigala is a very, very lucky fella indeed. A brilliantly judged run from the Ugandans to take that big, big win from a strong field. But he had the daylight open up on his inside there. Tefera making a tactical error, stick to the curb, make them come round you. You've kept them off around the bend, they've had to come wide. Anybody looking for daylight down the inside should not be allowed that opportunity. But Musigala saw the door open and he said thank you very much. And to be fair, the power of his surge there over the last 50 to win in 3:35.12 from McSwain, Engels and Tefera, who ended up in 4th place, was very strong indeed.
Well, you mentioned at the top of the race that it was a packed field, but they were Indian file very, very early on, weren't they? Great pacemaking. But Tefera, just a reminder for me, Tim, that he is only 19 years old. There's no doubting his prodigious talent, but this was naive. Tactically, got it all wrong. He's perfectly placed there at this stage. There was no need to give Musigala an opportunity. At this stage, you think, fine, he's got it sewn. But then, look, the gap opens. The door is wide open. Musigala says, thank you very much, and he's away. And look at Tefera now, going backwards from 1st to 4th in the space of, what, 30 metres. McSwain 2nd, Engels comes in 3rd. But Musigala, well, that is a gift, and he took it with both hands.
You know what, Stewie McSwain, the Australian there in 2nd, must have been thinking, look, I don't mind somebody coming down out past me down the outside, but I don't expect somebody to sneak through on the inside. Why did he really give him that opportunity, Mr. Tefera? But he did, and Tefera there, having come off the bend in the lead, look at him, he's out in the middle of lane 2. There was room for 2 or 3 people to come past him on the inside, and that is a basic error. Musigala, the beneficiary, but a nice race. First 5 there. First 4 men covered by around half a second. Musigala, McSwain, Engels and Tefera in that men's 1,500 metres. Big personal best there for Jesus Gomez of Spain in 6th place.